Hey guys, it's Natalia here. I'm here today to do another review for you, and today I'm going to be talking about the Too Faced Chocolate Bar palette. This one is, everyone knows this palette. It is one of the Too Faced most recent palette. Apparently I didn't realise this was a permanent eyeshadow. I thought it was a limited edition. It has now been brought into the permanent range. This is the original tin. The new tin has actually been flattened and squashed, and it isn't so bulky, which is good because this one does kind of take up a lot of room, and yeah. It's just really loud and kind of annoying. If it was the size of the Naked palettes, that would be amazing, but it's a little bit too big, but whatever. It is what it is. So this is what the packaging is. The shape of a chocolate bar. It's not the nicest brown shade, but it's still, yeah, I just opened that and I just smell the cocoa powder in it. So basically this chocolate bar has got eyeshadow collection with 100% natural cocoa powder in there, and you can certainly smell that. Why they need to have cocoa powder in an eyeshadow, I really don't know. So onto the palette. The palette looks like this. It is actually a really, really gorgeous palette. You've got a mirror here, the word chocolate bar, and then this sheet with the names. Another thing that annoys me about this is the sheet. They can just put the names here somewhere or do something with it, or put the names up here, or put the names on the back of the palette, or they need to do something, because the reason it's taken me so long to do this is because I actually lost this piece of paper for like 4 months. I've only just found it again, so they need to do something about that. I don't know if the new packaging has that problem fixed or not, but whatever. So these are what the colours look like. It is a really, really gorgeous palette. It has got a mixture of mattes, it's got a mixture of shimmers, it's got two big highlights, it's got some darker shades here. This is going to be my favourite row here, the bottom row. I think it is just absolutely gorgeous. The middle row has got some more. This is very similar to MAC Soft Brown. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4 matte browns, which is really, really good for blending. It goes from the light one to sort of like a medium one to a dark one for contouring or for lining and adding a bit of depth, which I think is really, really good. So they've got all the matte shades covered. They've got the light. They've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 matte shades, and they are all neutral shades, which I think is really good and really versatile for everyone and for every kind of look that you want. They've also got this light pink here, which is a matte shade, and the rest of them are all shimmer. Too Faced, I think, do shimmer shades really, really well. Like they do really, really gorgeous shades like this, like that. Like, can you see like how pigmented they are? I came across them when I got the Few of My Favorite Things palette at the Christmas collection. Like some of their shimmer shadows in there are just on point. They are fantastic. So that's kind of my first experience with the Too Faced palette. So when I got this one, I was kind of expecting the shimmer shades to be at the same level, which they are. There's a few of them and they're a little bit chunky. Is it this one? Yeah, this one there, it's very, very glittery and the pigmentation isn't all that good. That shade there is, so this is what you have to do. Black Forest Truffle. Candied Violet is another one that is really, really nice, but I don't know why. It just doesn't swatch all that well. It swatches a little bit patchy and is quite glittery as well. They're the two shades that I'm probably least impressed with in the palette, these two here. The rest of them are really, really nice. And like I said, the palette is versatile. It's got your burgundy sort of shades, it's got a purple, it's got a light pink, it's got some really, really nice rich bronzy sort of shades. You can do so much with this palette. This pink shade here, it is quite light and quite matte. For me, on my skin tone, I can't really use it. It comes across as being quite chalky, and it's sort of a bit of a nothing colour for me. I can understand people with really, really fair skin tones, they would get a lot of use out of that one, but for me personally, it's not really right up there for me for a eyeshadow that I can use. I find when I do use it, it just looks very, very chalky on my skin, and I just either have to go over it or take it off completely. I just don't particularly like that one. I was very surprised when I got this palette that I liked it so much, and you can get it from Kit Cosmetics here in Australia. It's going to be about the $68 mark, I think, and it is a really, really nice palette. I was very surprised with how much I like the palette, and I can see what they did with it. I think what they did with it was really good because it can suit all skin tones, which I really, really like about that palette. I've had a few people question me whether I would recommend this one over the Naked palette, and for me personally, I prefer the Naked palette, purely because there is not one shade in this palette I can't use. My everyday go-to eye look is a dark bronze smoky eye, because this is the palette that if I had no other palette, I would want this one in my life, because I can use all these colours. With this one, I kind of find that there's a couple of the shades in there that I wouldn't use. The pigmentation's not all that good, whereas this one, on the other hand, I can use this all the time. There is not one shadow in here that is a waste to me. And I do prefer Naked One over the Too Faced palette. Saying that, this is a really good palette. I think it's really good. Just there's a few shades in there that I'd either want to change, or yeah, just that pink one to me. If they got rid of that pink one, I'd probably like it a bit more. But all the other shades are amazing. It's a perfect winter palette as well. So if you haven't got your hands on it, I would recommend getting it, because it is a lovely palette. And then don't forget, these are just my personal opinions. Everyone's got their own opinions. People love it, people hate it. I really like it. I don't like it as much as this one, but I think it is a really good palette, and they've done a really good job with it. I have done full swatches and photos in a blog post down below, so I'm going to link that. Go and check that out if you are interested to see more swatches of it. I hope you enjoyed this review. If you have any more review requests, please leave it in the comment bar below. I'll happily go through them for you and review some more products. So thanks for watching, guys, and I'll talk to you really soon. Bye.